This is the playground where it looks so different. Like all this stuff is new, but these, I mean, I remember these woods, and I remember we'd have the turkey trot, and we'd run on the outskirts, like you see the outline of the woods. Like essentially, I guess we'd run on the edge, you know, the edge of the woods, and that's pretty much kind of made our track. But all like the monkey bars here, that little jungle gym, and all this is new. I mean, of course, they have to change stuff to make it safe for kids after so many years. Cool. Oh, they have a basketball. We didn't have a outside basketball goal, huh? It's cool that they actually have that. Looks like they have a full court, but there's not a goal on that one. Anyway, oh, that looks kind of dated. My mom is back there. She doesn't remember this as well. She did come to some events, but no, we used to play kickball. This used to be sort of like a little softball baseball field, and I guess it's no longer here. Yeah, but right in the corner where that goal is, where the soccer goal is, yep, would be, yeah, oh, you can see the remnants where we'd play kickball and baseball and stuff. I'll also eventually take you to Walker Field, where it has a lot of history in Mebane. We kids played our recreation baseball there, and there were a lot of semi-professional baseball teams in the early 1900s. But look at that. That's so cool. Like, this is like the remnants of the field. I wonder if I guess, yeah, the bases are gone. Wow. Like home plate would have been somewhere in this vicinity. Anyway, but this is pretty much my mom in her new summer dress. This building was actually it was built towards, I think, my 5th grade year. So right before I went off to middle school, this was built, and this is kind of laying on where our old playground used to be. And as you can see, all this stuff was moved out this way. It's sort of everything, the layout's a little different, but like I said, a lot of the stuff, well, it's the same, but I remember coming out of this building. Hey, Mom, hey, I was just remembering this building was built my last year, like my 5th grade year, because I remember us coming out of this building right here.
A library?
No. I mean, it's a hallway with classrooms. I mean, as far as I know, the library is where it used to. I'd love to walk through this place, just for old memories. The toilets would be down to the ground. Here's one of the hallways. Hallway of memories. No, this is a dirt dauber nest. I was showing, my mom's never heard. I said they're like wasps, but they build these little mud huts.
I've only seen wasp nests.
Well, and see the little holes? I mean, they're like little holes they can come out of.
I've never seen that.
It's like a hive. It's like their version of a hive. And they build it with mud. Like, I'm not going to mess it up, but It's dirt. I mean, it's literally dried mud.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it's really interesting. They're like little mud huts, I call them. But it's essentially a dirt dauber nest. Really cool. And there was one in the corner there.
I've only seen wasp nests.
I guess I was always an outdoor kid, so I found this stuff out.
What are dirt daubers?
They look like wasp. I can't explain the science of them, but they look like wasp. I don't know if they have, I guess they're a little different, obviously. They're a different species, but anyway. In this vicinity here, I remember we used to have our Easter egg hunt. And I just saw this, we were just noticing. It's a neat little entrance to it. It's like a little trail. And of course, it's just a few houses over there. I don't know why. But anyway, now these are the old classrooms. These are here ever since I was in kindergarten. Look how old the doors look. All this. Oh man, these were, I remember walking to lunch. I remember we'd walk this way. Yep, these are the old classrooms that probably even date back to the 60s. And I know they at least date back to the early 80s or mid 80s. Wow. Seems so long ago now, but it seems also like yesterday. Wow. It seems like this was Mrs. Jefferson's class. Remember, there was Mrs. Spivey, Mrs. Jefferson, and then that door right there led to the main hallway that went to the library and the bathrooms and I think the cafeteria. Oh, look at the beautiful rhododendron. Now this is the front of the school, and it just seems like yesterday. I was just telling my mom, seems like we'd be coming here and they'd have the list of, looking at what classroom, you'd be in. Actually, that's where the gymnasium is. It'd be to the right. And that's the old hallway. I walked that hallway many a times. And to the left would have been my kindergarten, where my kindergarten class would have been. If you walk to the very left right there. So my kindergarten class, Mom, would have been down at the end here. Yeah. I was just kind of putting that together. Hey, here's the old gymnasium. And it pretty much looks the same. Oh. It's hard to see. Well, you can kind of see the basketball goal. That is the old gymnasium. We even had little plays, our little school plays in here. My dad still rags me on one of them. Something I did in kindergarten. Some little dance, and I guess I goofed it up, and it was one of those things that gives family laughs. Oh, that's so cool. This is actually where we had field day, in this field here. We had our field day. That didn't exist. Or if it did, it was at the very end of... Oh, that's so cool, that chair. Dang it. Oh, I can get in. That's cool. I like that. Kind of neat how they put South Mebane in the middle of the chair. And there's another one over there. But yep, good old memories. Alamance Burlington School System. Good old field day every year was right here. This is the drive-through where parents would pick their kids up. Mom, do you remember picking me up here many a times?
I thought it was more over like there.
No, well you could. There was a front entrance, but a lot of times because there was so many cars. And then you of course, because this is the outlet, that road there, that would be our way out. But I remember lots of memories. I remember the Tanglewood Apartments down there, where a lot of kids that lived in the Tanglewood Apartments walked to school. They walked up that way. This is Walker's Field. Old Walker's Field that has been used in Mebane since the 1920s. There's I played my recreation baseball here, and had some good times here. Some old Mebane semi-professional teams from the 20s and 30s played here, from what I've researched, so pretty cool.
Which street is
Good.
that, Rob?
I don't know, is this...
Is that Second?
I think it is 2nd Street. Second or third, I can't remember, but I think it's 2nd. But I'm here at Woodlawn Middle School and Eastern High School. They're side by side, so it's an easy transition when you move up to high school. But I remember, look at this old port here, this little breezeway. This is the same breezeway when I went to school here. And there's the tennis courts. I think they were always there. Yeah, the tennis courts have always been up there. But yeah, this little breezeway here, we'd wait for the buses. And of course the buses would be all over this parking lot. And then actually my brother Zach goes to Eastern now. He's 16. But that's good old Eastern High School. But I want to walk first. We want to walk around Woodlawn. I want to show you the lake. It's on Quaker Lake. Now here's the front of Woodlawn Middle School. Now that particular building is new. All that, they built a bunch of new stuff, but this section is, I do remember. This was here in the 90s, in the early and mid 90s when I would have been attending here. And back then, we were the Eaglets. It was the Woodlawn Eaglets. We weren't the Eagles. Hey, they changed. Now they're just the Eagles too. Because I guess the Eaglets sounded kind of dumb, you know? Like, you know, we're baby birds.
It sounded more female.
Yeah. I always liked the colors. It was like Carolina blue and red. It was cool colors. I almost wish, well, I like Eastern's colors too. I always liked the Green Bay Packer green and gold. But, I mean, it's weird. I almost remember South Mebane a little bit better than... I do remember the big cafeteria. It's a huge cafeteria, and you could see the lake. And I only went to Eastern one year. Then I ended up going to Abundant Life in Hillsboro for sophomore through senior year. I always kind of wanted to come back. Part of me wanted to come back to Eastern. Oh, that's cool. But it just didn't happen. I kind of missed the big school, the whole, you know, like it was like, I was like at a little school of like 14 in my graduating class. It was, wow, what's the, but that would be the cafeteria there. And there's our baseball field. Hey, Ma, look, we could always look at Quaker Lake as you're eating. Beautiful Quaker Lake. Quaker Lake goes on for a good while. Here's our baseball field. Now, I guess Eastern and Woodlawn share a baseball field and football field. I wouldn't see why not. It'd be I don't know what that alarm or buzzing. Wow. I always thought you could see Quaker Lake a little bit better. There's Eastern's football field. I've been to a couple Eastern games. Oh, cool. John Kirby was my one of my teachers, and he's been a longtime coach. He got his 200th victory. Well, way to go, John Kirby. He got that in 2015. This is the little Christian school I went to from my sophomore year to my senior year of high school. And this is, it's now the Hillsborough Christian Academy, but when I went it was Abundant Life. Had like kindergarten through 5th grade was up there, and 6th through 12th is in this building here. This is the middle school and the high school. Maybe it was 7th through 12th. I hope it's not locked. I don't think. Ah, that's too bad. I hate they put this fence around. Yeah, it's not even Abundant Life Church anymore. It's New Hope or something. It's changed different times. But that used to be where the principal's office, I think that was the principal's office. No, that was the administration office. We had this really old bus from the 60s. It was like an old 4-speed bus from the, I don't know, early to mid 60s. It was this old rust bucket. Yeah, that's our little lunch room was in here. Oh well. Pretty much looks the same. Right to the right would have been the little lunch room. Dang, I hate they put that fence up. This would have been I think the history class. Yeah, and look, you can see a map of the United States there. God, the classrooms look a little bit different. When we went to, we used, like I said, that bus, and we had a van kind of like that, a white one that would take us to our basketball games when we had away games. Well, we didn't have a gym, as you know, on campus, so we had to, we had to drive out to we had one out in the country of Durham, and then we had one in the Bragtown section of Durham. Then we got one in Cedar Grove, which isn't far from here. Oh, that's cool. Map of the U.S. presidents. Or a chart of the U.S. presidents. That's pretty neat. And then upstairs, it's a little two-story building, as you can see, and upstairs was the computer room. Seems like I remember having to come back in this little room here to take some sort of a test. I don't remember now. Maybe I wonder if I could.